How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to SwitchStars. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and if not, hopefully I can make it that little bit better, as today I'm bringing you another review for one of those questionably savoury titles, this time for a game called Neko Secret Homecoming. And you may remember way back when I covered the previous game in this series, Neko Secret Room. Well, today we're going to be finding out whether or not they've iterated on that winning formula to bring us a genuinely original gameplay experience. So drop a like, subscribe for more Switch reviews and content, and let's get cracking. So story-wise, as expected, we're a little bit bare bones here, but at least this one has a story, even if its plotline is thinner than a slice of Tesco's wafer-thin ham. And the game even has an intro cutscene for us to enjoy, complete with voice acting. The game though sees us on a new journey down a lovely looking road as our protagonist rides the peasant wagon to an unnamed town, which is said to house a certain anime factory. But upon arrival we discover that said factory is in fact one of those kind of anime factories, though I'm pretty sure that this stuff isn't produced on a conveyor belt in the real world. Regardless of this fact though, the storyline is pretty much non-existent until we actually enter the factory, at which point we encounter this foxy minx who has apparently been expecting us. That though is it, nothing more when it comes to a narrative with this one, and so I guess we better just move on to the gameplay. So unlike other games in this particular niche, Neko Secret Homecoming has a little more to it, and I mean a little, but at least it's something I suppose. But we do however get a bare bones main menu with nothing but some sound controls as our character stirs off into space whilst being watched at a distance by a scantily clad cat lady. Heading into the game though, after hopping off the peasant wagon, we find ourselves in a quaint little town whose picturesque landscape is somewhat ruined by the giant hentai factory at its heart, and the objective of the game is to gain access to said factory, whose door is protected by a keypad. But we're able to explore the town freely, and in doing so we'll then discover the code to the door. Now, dotted about the town we find lockpicks, which are used to break into the properties we find there via a very simple mini-game similar to that found in the Elder Scrolls games, only simplified so that we only need to rotate our torsion wrench until the lock shakes, after which we can hold the A button to unlock it. These properties are void of any occupants, but within them we can find safes to crack, which again feature another simple mini-game, where this time the objective is to rotate the locks back and forth until it clicks a few times, and upon opening them we'll find rubber duckies, and there are about 10 of these safes scattered about the place, but only 4 of them actually hold the numbers we require, with 2 of them being located within the town's pizza shop and a burger shop which apparently used to be a pizza shop. Once we have the numbers though, we can head back to the hentai factory and key them in to gain access. However, this whole process of number hunting is rendered completely pointless due to the fact that if at any point you enter a wrong number in the series, an error message is displayed, so you can in fact just brute force your way in, skipping the exploration elements of the game entirely. Now, inside this place you'll encounter the cat girl that I mentioned and a couple of interactable features pulled straight out of the previous game, including a darts minigame in which you need to score 301 points faster than the computer, a bathtub which you can sit in, fully clothed I might add, and which serves no purpose other than a screenshot opportunity, and finally a wardrobe where we can make some very simple changes to our character's appearance, allowing us to change the size of her boobs, hips and height, swap out her ears for a few different variants, select between either the skirt and bow tie combo or a swimsuit, and change the colour of our skin, hair and clothing, so very little customization here. Finally, the moment you've all been waiting for, we can access the factory's computer to gain access to its secret files containing images of girls, but in order to view them, as expected, we must play our favourite minigame, and you know the score with this one. piece together the fragmented image to make it whole, at which point the girl loses some clothing and the next image is unlocked, broken down into even more pieces, and you rinse and repeat until you've unlocked them all. And it's worth noting that bare naked jubblies are on display in this one, but nothing more. And so that is it. That is Neko Secret Homecoming in its entirety. An uninspiring title, but one which breaks boundaries in the genre by delaying your gratification with its meaningless exploration elements, though these are as shallow as the puzzle solving mechanics and neither are really worth your time and effort. I did actually take the time out to fully explore the town, including all of its buildings and side areas, to see if there were any hidden secrets, or if I could perhaps escape its boundaries and find anything else of interest to see. But unfortunately it was airtight and I found nothing at all worth mentioning, and I even ended up getting myself stuck at one point, which required a restart to fix. A quick note on the visuals and audio though, the game has some stock music to play along to, which I'm pretty sure I've heard in other games of this ilk, and the visual elements are from the Unity asset store, with the low poly environments and NPCs being the same ones used in games like Drunken Fist, whilst our character model features more realistic visuals which are taken from the previous game and which don't match the rest of the game. All in all though, Neko Secret Homecoming is just another low budget hentai game which does very little to separate itself from the rest of the games in this genre. The artwork you can unlock is of decent quality, but it's got a highly embellished eShop description and the $8.99 asking price is way too high in my opinion, so unless you're absolutely desperate to play it, I'd definitely wait out on a sale with this one. With that said though, hopefully this review helped you out, and if it did, drop a like to show your appreciation, and subscribe to the channel for more Nintendo Switch reviews and content. Until next time though, thanks once again for watching, take care of yourselves, and game on.